चल रहा है, बूढ़ा तू बैठा है, अब क्या करें? तो अब दोनों चढ़े तो बोले अरे ये बेचारे गधे की ऐसी हालत कर दी, तुम लोग थोड़ा तो दया रखो। तब तक में तो गधा इतना थक गया था कि वो बैठ गया। अब क्या करे? अब दोनों उठाया गधा अपने कंधे पर और ब्रिज क्रॉस कर रहे थे, उतनी देर में गधा इतना डर गया कि कूदा और सीधा पानी में। ये है हमारी हालत, गधा गया पानी में। दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस when we listen to so many people. You must have something. You bite as much you can chew. जितना तुमसे होता है करो, 24 घंटे से ज्यादा तो मिलने वाला नहीं है, उसी में तुमको करना है। अरे मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं तुम डांसिंग क्लास मत करो, मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं तुम्हारे हॉबी मत रखो, यू कीप समथिंग हॉबी सम टाइम, but you want to learn guitar also, you want to go for Kathak also, you want to go for this also, then you want to have this also, and that also today only. आज ही रातों रात, एक रात में हमको करोड़पति बनना है। इंस्टेंट सक्सेस चाहिए, नहीं तो इंस्टेंट डेथ, बस एवरीथिंग इंस्टेंट। इंस्टेंट कॉफी, इंस्टेंट समाधि, इंस्टेंट सक्सेस, नहीं तो इंस्टेंट डेथ, और आत्महत्या कर लो, सुसाइड। नाउ दिस इज द ट्रेजेडी ऑफ द यंग पीपल. So why this is happening? Because over ambitious. We must be ambitious, we must have dream, but fulfill one dream, then second dream, third dream. You have got 1000 dreams. How can you fulfill one at a time? Have one dream, fulfill it, second dream. You must, your eyes towards the sky, but your feet should be grounded on earth. Otherwise you will go. So bite as much as you can chew. You feel like chewing everything, but control yourself. Chew as much, bite as much as you can chew. Don't bite all at a time, and then you are not able to chew, and you are not able to manage anything, and then no time management expert can tell you, because if you are chewing, if you are biting so much, you cannot chew. आपको 2 दिन 24 घंटे वाला 48 घंटा भी देने से आपको कम पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आप बोला और दूसरा 4 कोर्स कर लेंगे आप, प्रॉब्लम तो वही रहने वाला है, सेम प्रॉब्लम विल रिमेन. So bite as much you can chew, and you have to do analysis as to what you want actually really in life, as I told you, and then you do. I don't mind, you may have many things, many items on agenda, but do one thing at a time. Again go to next, again go to next. एक साथ गधे पर ज्यादा बाप बेटे को दोनों को मत बैठाओ, और लोग क्या कहते हैं उस पर क्या मत करो. पापा ने कहा ये, मम्मी ने कहा ये है, आंटी ने कहा ये, अंकल ने कहा वो, सबका बात सुनोगे तो कुछ कहीं नहीं होगी. यू लिसन, सब सुनो, सबकी करो मन की. You listen to everybody, analyze yourself, and try to do what is right without bothering about how people criticize you. और लोगों के क्रिटिसिज्म के ऊपर ध्यान दोगे, you will not get success. इसीलिए कबीर ने कहा, हाथी चले बाजार में, कुत्ता भौंके हजार, साधुन को दुर्भाव नहीं, निंदे चाहे संसार. When the elephant goes, dogs bark, but the elephant does not even look at them. So when somebody criticizes, first of all you must understand you are following the truth, you are following the right path. If you are following the right path by analyzing, yes, I am on the right path, and if people criticize you, don't look at them. Dogs are barking, but don't tell them that you are dogs, otherwise there will be a problem. Inside your mind you should feel dogs are barking, I am an elephant, I will not look at them. So don't mind criticism, you take whatever advice, analyze, and then try to follow the advice, and if they are criticizing unnecessarily, don't give any importance to that. Otherwise you will be landing up in so many activities simultaneously, and you will not be able to handle all the 10 horses at a time, and you will fall down. Now the next is combine the activities. C, combine the activities. This is very important task. Already you are doing to a certain extent, but you consciously try to do. For example, you are going in a car, you put down a CD of music, enjoy music, at the same time you are driving. After all, when you are driving, or even if when you are going by car, you cannot do anything. Of course, many people do. Most of my work is done in travel only. I have my office with me, and so that time only I finish my office work, I might do my reading and all that during traveling. So supposing if you are traveling, Along with traveling, you can do reading, you can do listening to music, you can attend to SMS, you can do SMS, you can attend to calls, internet, cheating, chatting with your laptop. So many things you can do while you are traveling. This I am giving an example. Supposing if you are cooking, now you don't have to go into the fire and cook. Fire is doing the cooking. You put the pressure cooker. What you will do? You are not going to do pressure cook. Pressure cooker will itself do the same thing. So by that time, you roll the chapatis. By the time the other things are boiled, your rolled chapatis were, then you bake them. So you have saved your time. Likewise, there are so many activities you see for yourself which can be combined. But don't combine meditation with driving. Otherwise, you will end up in a hospital. So there are certain activities which should not be combined. If you are driving and you start meditating with closed eyes, your eyes will remain closed forever. And others' eyes will remain closed forever. सामने वाला जिसके टक्कर होगा वो भी जाएगा. So you try to find out what are the activities which can be combined. But combining the activities is very, very important. D, delegate. Delegation is very important. So you see, we want to do so many things at a time. What are the alternatives? Either we reduce our activities. Second item is delegate your responsibilities. Delegate your work. But normally we don't want to delegate. Particularly those who are perfectionists, they don't want to delegate because they think they are the most perfect people. Nobody else will do the same job with so much perfection, and so waiting for so everything they want to do themselves, and ultimately they cannot manage so many activities within 24 hours, and they feel lot of tension and they are not able to do. So what we should do at that time, we should try to delegate. If your activities are more, you should try to delegate. If you delegate, then your load will be reduced. But some people don't want to delegate because they are perfectionists, because they are too efficient, and they are thinking that other people are not so efficient, and so they do not delegate. There are second type of people who do not delegate because they are not efficient themselves. So they feel if this fellow will do more work efficiently, he will take my job. So they feel they are competitors, and if my subordinate will do the job nicely, I will lose my job. He will be my competitor. So they purposely do not delegate. And the Peters principle comes. What is the Peters principle of management? That is, a boss who is inefficient, who is incompetent, will always like to have two incompetent subordinates. Why two? He wants incompetent subordinate. Why? Because if he is a competent subordinate, there is a danger of competition. Someday he will take up his job. So he wants an incompetent boss, wants an incompetent subordinate. But he does not want one, he wants two, so that both will fight among themselves and his position will remain safe. And these two incompetent subordinates again require two more subordinates each. So likewise the whole organization becomes full of incompetent people. It starts from the top. So that is why this incompetent boss will never like to delegate. But if you are competent, you should not be shaky in delegating the responsibility. But there are three things you must know before you delegate. Number one, whom to delegate. Number two, when to delegate. Number three, how to delegate. Otherwise, it will not work. Number one, whom to delegate. You must give responsibility to those who are efficient. Those not only efficient, remember, second thing is whether they are loyal to you. If they are not loyal, they will go out of the way and they will create problems for you. So these two things must be seen. Whom to delegate? The people who are loyal to you. Second, more important, less important but equally important, are they sincere and efficient? That is second. If these two things are there, you delegate. But when to delegate? That is when you are having too much of work and we are not able to handle yourself, then you delegate. How to delegate? When you delegate some certain responsibility, you must delegate authority. Delegation of responsibility without authority is of no use. You want to have power for yourself and you want somebody else to do the work. That will not work. You have to share your responsibilities. At the same time, you have to share your authority also. You have to share your power also. You have to give him some power. You have to empower him with the proper type of authority. Not only that, if you find the person is not equally competent, you have to train him, give proper training, and then you give delegation. Then it will work, and you will find you are able to do 10 times more work with the same time available, because 10 people are there to share your work. So delegation is very important. E, eliminate. न रहेगा बांस, न बजेगी बांसुरी. You are trying to save time by efficiently doing the activity which is not necessary. So why should you take 10 minutes? You say, I have done the work in 10 minutes instead of 20 minutes. But that activity was not needed. So even 10 minutes is a waste. I will give an example. There was a monastery. The monk of the head monk was very compassionate. So there was a cat which used to remain in the ashrama. So the head monk made a rule that as soon as the bell rings for food, first of all some food should be given to the cat, and then only all will take the food. Now he made a rule, and every day religiously some or the other monk will take the food, and there was a spot where they will keep the food, and then they will start eating after the bell. Now it so happened that the cat died. It so happened that the head monk also died. But even and today, religiously, those monks are putting that food there in that spot. Now, do you think it is necessary? So what you should do, eliminate that activity, isn't it? So find out, and we are doing the same thing. You are thinking, oh, they are foolish people, the cat has died, the man has died, and yet they are following the same rule. We are doing the same thing. If you analyze, you will find we are doing certain activities which are absolutely not needed. हाँ, हिंदी में वो जो एक आश्रम का मठ के अध्यक्ष थे, उन्होंने एक नियम बनाया था कि वो जो बिल्ली आश्रम में रहती है उसको रोज खाना देना. तो रोज घंटी बजती थी, तो जैसी घंटी बजती थी पहले बिल्ली के लिए खाना रख देते थे, एक जगह थी वहां पर खाना रखते थे, फिर बाद में सब लोग खाते थे. अब वो आश्रम के अध्यक्ष स्वामी जी तो मर गए, गुजर गए, बिल्ली भी मर गई, पर आज तक वो लोग साधु लोग घंटी बजती है, घंटी बजने के बाद खाना लेते हैं, उस जगह पर खाना रखते हैं और फिर खाने बैठते हैं. बिल्ली भी नहीं है और कुछ नहीं है. तो इज इट नेसेसरी? क्या जरूरी है? इसको दूर कर दो तो तुम्हारा उतना टाइम बच जाएगा, है कि नहीं? खाना उतना, बिल्ली के लिए खाना बनाना, बिल्ली का खाना वहां पर देना अलग जगह से, ये सब जरूरी नहीं था. पर हम लोग का हैबिट ही ऐसा है कि एक ढर्रे में आ गए, बस चला तो चला. हम लोग सोचते नहीं कि ये एक्टिविटी पहले जरूर थी, अभी उसका जरूरत नहीं है. बिल्ली तो मर गई, अभी काय को खाना देते हो? सिमिलरली बहुत सारी एक्टिविटी हम लोग करते हैं. सो मेनी एक्टिविटीज आर देयर. इफ यू एनालाइज यू विल फाइंड आउट these activities are no longer needed. They were needed yesterday, but they are not longer needed, no longer needed, and yet we are doing the same activity. Find out for yourself and eliminate those activities. Immediately will get so much of time available for you. Then next is goodbye to gossiping. Oh, focus. Focus is very important. You must focus. Go outside. Take a piece of paper, put it under the sun. What happens? Nothing happens. Put a convex lens over the paper. What happens? Paper gets. Why? Because the rays are focused. So when the sun rays are focused, the paper burns, which got tremendous power. Similarly, when our mind is focused, we can do more work in a short time. Arjuna was asked the question, what are you seeing? What did he reply? I am seeing the eye of the parrot, not even the parrot. But what happens with us? We are seeing eyes of the parrot, we are seeing the parrot, we are also seeing the tree, and what we see, we are seeing what is beyond tree also. And that is why we are not successful. So, Ralph Waldo Emerson, a great American thinker, says the secret of success in trade, in war, in every management of human affairs is the concentration of mind. जीवन के प्रत्येक क्षेत्र में सफलता का रहस्य है मन की एकाग्रता, फोकसिंग करना, कंसंट्रेशन करना. दैट इज द सीक्रेट ऑफ सक्सेस. इसीलिए स्वामी विवेकानंद ने कहा, दैट इज व्हाई स्वामी विवेकानंद सेड, इफ आई हैव टू डू एजुकेशन और अगेन, आई विल नॉट अंडरगो द प्रेजेंट सिस्टम ऑफ एजुकेशन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लर्न हाउ टू कंट्रोल माई माइंड, हाउ टू कॉन्सेंट्रेट माई माइंड, देन I can do 10 hours work in 1 hour. I can do anything. Information I can have at my own will. Information is not a big deal. Now at that time Swamiji said, education is not the amount of information that goes into your brain and runs undigested all your life. Then what is education? Education is being and becoming. And more so important nowadays for us, because even now information available in the Google search, go and click and the whole information you get. So, education is not only information, then what it is? It is controlling the mind, the ability to control the mind, ability to concentrate the mind. And Swamiji said, if I have to do education or again, I will not undergo the present system of education. First I will learn how to control my mind, how to concentrate my mind, how to focus my mind, and then information I can have at my own will. You see, such a power, tremendous power of concentration he had, Swamiji had, yet he wanted more. I will give you one example. You know, in Belur, that is our headquarters. Belur is our headquarters near Calcutta by the side of the Ganges. If you go there, you must visit the main temple of Ramakrishna, then other temples are there, then Swami Vivekananda temple where Swamiji's body was cremated, and behind the main temple you will find two-storied building. On the first floor there is a room of Swami Vivekananda. That room has been preserved as it is, as it was the time of Swamiji, his table, his chair, his turban, his clothes, his musical instrument, everything as it is Swamiji is still there. In the same room, Swamiji lived in Belur, and on 4 July 1902, he passed away in the same room at night, 9 o'clock, while meditating, he left his body. But before he died, a few months back, he was sitting in his room and he was reading a book. The name of the book is Encyclopedia Britannica. At that time, his disciple came. The name of the disciple, Sharat Chandra Chakravarti. He writes in his diary that when I went there, Swamiji was reading this book, and so many volumes are there, you know, Encyclopedia Britannica, big volumes, and they were all spread throughout the room. Then the disciple asked, why God, to read all these books it will take whole lifetime. Swamiji said, what do you say? I have already finished 10 volumes, only few days back they have arrived. Already I have finished 10 volumes, and now I am reading the 11th volume. Huh? You have finished 10 volumes within few days? Impossible. I can't believe. Swami said, you don't believe? Okay. From these first 10 volumes, you ask any question you want to ask. And the disciple asked so many questions. And Swamiji replied all the questions and correct replies. Sometimes quoting the very language of the book. Then the disciple was very much astonished. Swamiji, this is a miracle. Swamiji said, this is not miracle. That is the power of concentration of mind. If your concentration of mind, 10-hour study can be done in 1 hour. 10-hour reading can be done in 1 hour. Sometimes the student asks me, sir, Swamiji, how is it possible? 10 hours study in 1 hour? I said it's possible because at present we are doing 1 hour study in 10 hours. किताब हाथ में ले लिया, आँख का है किताब में, मन का है. अच्छा, वो टीवी में देखा कल, वो हीरो जा रहा था विलियन के पीछे उस रास्ते से, वो दूसरे रास्ते तो जल्दी पकड़ता. अरे तू किस रास्ते जा रहा था देख, अब कितना पेज हो गया. अरे मैं क्या कर रहा था, ये कहाँ से हीरो विलियन आ गया, है ना. और नहीं तो दिखा, किताब लिया ज्योग्राफी का, इंडियन का मैप नहीं दिख रहा है, क्या दिख रहा है, विलियन खड़ा है बंदूक लेके, क्योंकि 4 घंटा वही देखा. एट प्रेजेंट वी आर नॉट फोकस्ड, वी आर नॉट हैविंग कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, सो वी आर डूइंग 1 hour study in 10 hours. And when you get concentration, we will be able to finish 10-hour study in 1 hour. So focusing is very important. And when you, that is why I said, one boy said, I told him that you see 86,400 seconds, 24 घंटा है, उससे ज़्यादा 1 सेकंड नहीं मिलेगा, तुम कुछ भी कर लो. तब then he said, yes, 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 very right, you are very right. You have to utilize every second. But I can give you more time. It is not possible. It is not possible. But I will give you. I will give you. I will give you, instead of 24 hours, I will give you 48 hours per day. But it is not possible. I will give you. Then they are very intelligent boy. They started thinking, you will increase my concentration power और 24 घंटे का 48 घंटा हो जाएगा. Yes, you got the right thing. You cannot get 1 second more in your bank account. But what you can do, you can finish 1 day's job, 2 days job in 1 day, so you got 1 full day. By increasing power of concentration. This is the way by which your bank account may 86,400 seconds will come. That is true. That you cannot get 1 more second. But the more you make better use of your seconds, you are getting more seconds. This is how you can increase your time. By improving your concentration, improving your focus, and focus on one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time. पहले इंजीनियरिंग समाप्त कर लो, उसके बाद में एमबीए की तैयारी करो. नहीं, हम एमबीए की भी तैयारी कर रहे हैं, इंजीनियरिंग भी कर रहे हैं, साथ में डांसिंग भी कर रहे हैं, म्यूजिक भी कर रहे हैं, सब में फेल. कोई बाल में क्या हुआ? अरे क्या हुआ? तो व्हाई डिड यू डू दैट? तुमको तो बोला था ना तुम जरूर करो, पर उसके बाद करो, एक साथ करना है. सो फोकस on one thing at a time. Then next is gossiping to be said goodbye. इसमें तो कोई करने का नहीं है. नहीं, गॉसिप बहुत मजा आता है. You know, खास करके आजकल के लड़के लोग वो जब मोबाइल फोन लेते हैं, मैं तो देखता हूँ सब समय मोबाइल फोन यहीं पर है. अभी नया नया सिस्टम आया है, यहाँ पर कुछ लगा दो मोबाइल फोन यहाँ पर, वो भी अच्छी सिस्टम, उससे ज़्यादा अच्छा है. नहीं तो स्कूटर चला रहे हैं फुल स्पीड में, वो यहाँ पर है और टर्न ले रहा है. बस वो टर्न लिया, हमेशा के लिए टर्न हो गया, पीछे से कार तो वो मोबाइल में काम बात कर रहा है, हम कल मिलेंगे. अरे काय का कल मिलेगा, सब खत्म. मोबाइल में बात करते करते खत्म हो गया. आई एम गिविंग यू रियल एग्जाम्पल. मोबाइल बात करते करते खत्म हो गया. बोले कल मिलेंगे. बोले अब कहाँ मिलेंगे? लगाओ ना इतना मिनट तुमको. अरे मेरे को इतना मिनट फ्री है, अभी इतना मिनट फ्री, उसको तो करना पड़ेगा, वसूल करना पड़ेगा, पैसा वसूल करो. 3000 SMS फ्री है, अभी तो 2000 हुआ. लगाओ 1000 SMS, एक दिन में खत्म करना है, लगाओ SMS. सो ये गॉसिपिंग में बहुत मजा आता है. वी एंजॉय गॉसिपिंग, you enjoy, but always remember it is costing you very much. थोड़ा सा गॉसिपिंग करो. Gossiping, if you cannot say goodbye to gossiping, at least reduce it. Otherwise, be prepared to get failures in life. Time management नहीं होगा तो वही होगा. So, गॉसिपिंग से भी कभी कभी फायदा होता है. कोई हमको बोलते स्वामी जी आपको मालूम नहीं, गॉसिपिंग में बहुत फायदा होता है. गॉसिपिंग के समय ही हम लोग का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो जाता है, ये हो जाता है. ठीक है, वेरी गुड. तो यू फाइंड आउट व्हाट इज प्रोडक्टिव गॉसिपिंग. But in general, I have found gossiping time is a waste time. You find out for yourself. Harmonize. You see, harmony is very important. Harmony between work and worship, harmony between family work and workplace work, both have to be harmonized. Our life has to be harmonized. Harmony between meditation and work, harmony between work and worship. You see, once you get harmony in your life, your energy level goes up. You will find out for yourself. So harmony, and even another harmony is harmony of relationships. If there is harmony in family, you will find there is less of quarrel. If there is less of quarrel, आपका घर में 1 घंटा तो पहले यही जाता है. बेचारा आदमी आता है सारा दिन थक करके, और उसको बैठ करके चाय का नहीं पूछ के पहले ही उसकी बहू उसको पकड़ती, आज तुम्हारी माँ ने मेरे को ये कहा. 1 घंटा वो बेचारा, अरे चाय तो पिला, पहले सुन तेरे माँ ने मुझे क्या कहा. अरे सारा दिन तो मैं बॉस का सुनते आ रहा हूं बाबा, होल डे बॉस का सुनते सुनते आया. अभी यहां पर शाम को आकर के 1 कप चाय भी नहीं मिली, उसके पहले शुरू हो गया लेक्चर वाइफ का. 1 घंटा लेक्चर सुनने के बाद ये तेरी माँ ने मुझे ये कहा है. उसके बाद में वहां अंदर गया रूम में ड्रेस बदलने, माँ तैयार है, तेरी वाइफ ने मुझे ये कहा. अब कहां का टाइम मैनेजमेंट. सब गया, आज का जितना आइटम था सब गया, खत्म. So if there is harmony in family, you will save much time. ये हार्मोनी कैसे आएगी, that is a separate subject. मेरी बुक है हैप्पीनेस एंड पीस इन एवरीडे लाइफ. I will try to see if I can. You can get the book there in the bookshop. Happiness and peace in everyday life. So in that I have given how to bring harmony in family, giving the example of Oson, the Prime Minister of Japan, how he brought harmony in family. That is given there, and I had given that lecture in AMA only. Interruptions should be avoided. That is, now what happens, we try to interfere in others' jobs, in others' work, and that takes lot of our time. Reverse thing happens, sometimes people interfere in our work, and when you are working, that time only telephone will come, that time only the visitor will come. So that is why, because of the interference, you are interfering with others, that also takes a lot of your time, and somebody interferes in you either by telephone or by visiting, then also you lose your time. So you have to minimize your visitors, you have to minimize your telephone calls, you have to have your mobile switch off mode sometimes, or at least on silent mode. This is for, you have to find out for yourself how to reduce the interruptions or interfere, because if the work is interrupted, you will not get concentration and you will not be finished the job properly with quality and in right time, in the scheduled time. So interruptions should be avoided as much as possible. Next is judge yourself. So most important thing, this is self-evaluation. You judge yourself whether you are utilizing the time properly or not, how much of the work I am doing which is not necessary. And also there is another saying by Holy Mother Sharda Devi. You see, lot of our time is wasted because of our relationships, because of our wrong relationship, because of our wastage in, because of the problems arising out of relationships, for which if we can manage our relationships nicely, then we will be able to work properly, we will get more productive time. Now I will give you one tip for maintaining good relationships, which was given by Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Holy Mother Sharda Devi was the wife of Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna was the guru of Swami Vivekananda, as you know. And Sharda Devi was the mother of all, and she passed away on 21st July 1920. And before she passed away, before 2 days, she was on her deathbed when somebody was weeping, and "Ma, tum chali jaogi, hamara kya hoga?" Then Sharda Devi said, "Don't worry, Lord will look after you." And then she gave her last message, which is very, very important for all of us. माँ शारदा ने कहा, she said, "My dear child, always remember, do not look at the faults of others. Do not look at the faults of others. Do not judge others. Rather, try to see your own faults. Try to judge yourself. And then, if you try to remove these faults, you will not have any time to look after others' faults. And that will give you peace of mind. If you want peace of mind, यदि तुम शांति चाहते हो, माँ शारदा ने कहा, यदि शांति चाहते हो तो किसी का दोष मत देखना। पर हमको दोष देखने में बड़ा मजा आता है। तो शारदा देवी ने दूसरा वाक्य कहा, दोष देखना ही हो तो अपना देखना। इतना दोष भीतर में मिलेगा, उस दोष को ठीक करते करते जिंदगी निकल जाएगी, दूसरे को दोष देखने का टाइम नहीं मिलेगा। यदि शांति चाहते हो तो किसी का दोष मत देखना, दोष देखना हो तो अपना देखना। इस जगत में कोई पराया नहीं है, सब हमारे अपने हैं। Nobody is a stranger in my child in this world. The whole world belongs to you. What a beautiful message of Vedanta, given in a very simple language. And that is the secret of peace of mind. That is the secret of relationships, and that will give you ultimately more time. Because when your relationships are good, automatically you will save time in fighting, in quarreling among the family. If you want peace of mind, don't look at the fault of others. Don't judge others. Try to judge yourself. कबीर ने कहा, बुरा जो देखा मैं चला, बुरा न मिला कोई, जो अपना दिल देखा मुझसे बुरा न कोई। बुरा जो देखे मैं चला, बुरा न मिला कोई, जो दिल अपना देखा मुझसे बुरा न कोई। I went in search of finding out, judging others. how many faults are there, but I did not get any fault, but when I looked inside, all faults were mine. So try to judge yourself and try to remove the defects that you are having rather than judging your others, and also try to judge yourself as to how much time you are utilizing, how much you are wasting. Keep to time, be punctual. Just now we talked about punctuality. For getting punctuality, plan in advance, look at the alternatives, allow latitude or margins for delays, cancellations, etc. It is best to reach ahead of time rather than getting late. I'll give an example. Fourth president of Ramakrishna order, Swami Vivekananda ji, he had a very peculiar habit. At that time, I'm talking, he passed away in 1939. He was the fourth president. He was a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna and a brother disciple of Swami Vivekananda. It is Swami Vivekananda ji who built that Ramakrishna temple in belur. So he had a peculiar habit. Whenever he would go to the railway station for catching a train, he will go 4 hours in advance, 5 hours in advance. And all the people who will accompany, अरे वहाँ 4-5 घंटा आगे जाके क्या करेंगे, क्योंकि उनको तो बैठने के लिए वो स्टेशन मास्टर खुद की चेयर दे देगा, बाकी लोगों को खड़े रहना पड़ेगा 5 घंटा. बोले स्वामी जी ये क्या आपका पिक्युलर है, बट ही विल नॉट लिसन. Why are you going so early? He will keep mum. But he said we have to go. What happened the day he told, somebody told, Swamiji, you must change your habit, you are going too early. That very day when they were traveling, there was a puncture. And that time there was no puncture shop in Calcutta, near on that same road. So they had to take the tire, and there was no extra wheel also. So they went all there, 2 hours they had to sit there, wait for the puncture to be done, and lastly they reached the station right in time. And Vivekananda did not say, eat it like this, समझ गए मैं क्यों जल्दी आता हूँ. Now they did not have any reply. So it is safer to reach earlier rather than cutting a sorry figure. Train चली गई क्या करो, next train में reservation नहीं है. So that is why we should be very careful and plan in advance and keep to the time. Try to be punctual. But as I showed you, punctuality is only one side of the time management. L is learn to say no. I have yet to learn this, but I am trying to learn. What happens? There are so many invitations, and everybody is so progressive. For me, I am giving you my example, and they say, no, Swamiji, आपको आना ही पड़ेगा. अरे पर I have, मेरे को उसी समय ये है, नहीं आपको आना ही पड़ेगा. सुबह वहाँ जाओ, दोपहर को वहाँ जाओ, and then it is become so. I have to manage so many things, and the travel has to be this one. नहीं सूरत में मेरा प्रोग्राम है, नहीं आप शाम को हम आपका प्रोग्राम रखेंगे, आपको हम गाड़ी देंगे, ये करेंगे, आपको आना ही पड़ेगा. And I see their sincerity, I can't say no. And again somebody comes, I can't say no. Then over a period I saw that this way nothing will happen, and I will collapse before a committee making the fulfillments of all. So now I will not be able to commit, I will not be able to fulfill my commitments. When I am not able to fulfill my commitments, I should not bite as much as I can chew. And so that way can happen only if I can say no to others. Now I have started saying no, they feel very bad, but what to do? Because I know I will not be able to do it. I have got so many other jobs. I have to give this report to our headquarters. This relief work also, I have to collect funds. Our lecture hall we are building, that we have to collect funds. So many things are happening simultaneously. And if I take up so many invitations of so many colleges, there are thousands of colleges, so many companies, they are also wanting. So I know my limitations, I will not be able to go. So I say no. They feel bad, I also feel bad, but we must say when to say no. But of course politely, very sweetly, I never say no. Yes, I will come, but not this time. We are not cancelling, we are postponing. And then okay, तो 2 महीने बाद मेरे को फोन करना, मैं बाद में बताऊंगा. फिर दूसरा चार्ट देख करके वो तो उस तारीख होती है, अच्छा नेक्स्ट ईयर. But I never say no. But I am saying no. I am saying no in such a manner, very politely, they don't feel bad. Sometimes they feel bad, I cannot help. But we must learn to say no. Learning to say no means, नहीं मैं नहीं होगा, जो करना कर लो. अरे वो तो क्या है, वो तो कोई भी बोल सकता है, मैं भी बोल सकता हूँ, जाओ करना कर लो. क्या करेगा, क्या कर लेगा? यही होगा मन में 10 गाली देके चला जाए. But we don't want that. We want harmonious relationships. We don't want to give suffering to others. Politely say that at present it is not possible. We will try to do. So you must learn to say no, and how to say no. That also you must learn. How to say no in a polite language so that they don't feel bad. At the same time, we know our limitations. Then manage. So the management of time is connected with all types of other management. That is stress management, management of relationships, management of your workplace, management of your work. So many things. If you manage properly, then only you will be able to manage well. Now or never. There is a beautiful book, The Power of Now, isn't it? Power of Now. किताब के पढ़ा है किसी ने? नहीं पढ़ा. There is a beautiful book, The Power of Now. So now means अभी करो. तुलसीदास ने क्या कहा? काल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब, पल में पल्ले होएगी, बहुरी करेगो कब. परंतु ये कुछ लोग बोलते हैं आज करे सो काल कर, काल करे सो परसों, इतनी क्या है प्यारे जब जीना है बरसों. So these are the people who want to postpone everything. Procrastination, वो पी में आएगा. Procrastination to be avoided. अरे आज करे सो काल कर, क्या जल्दी यार कल करेंगे. और कल कभी आता नहीं, याद रखना, कल कभी नहीं आएगा, क्योंकि कल फिर दूसरा कल आएगा. कल जब आया, अच्छा कल करेंगे, फिर कल है परसों, अच्छा कल करेंगे. वो कल वो रहेगा. भद्रलोकेर एक कथा, बंगला में कहते हैं भद्रलोकेर एक कथा. जेंटलमैन स्पीक ओनली वन ट्रूथ, सो दे विल आल्सो से हाँ कल करेंगे. अरे आपने कहा था आज करने के लिए कल करें, बोलो मैं तो यही बोल रहा हूँ कल करूंगा. वो कल कभी आने वाला नहीं, क्योंकि कल का दूसरा कल है, फिर दूसरा कल है, दूसरा कल है, आगामी कल हमेशा आएगा. तो डोंट पोस्टपोन टू फ्यूचर. प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन टू बी अवॉइडेड. डू इट नाउ. Organizing very important. Organizing your workplace, organizing your papers and files, that will save lot of time. कितना सारा हमारा टाइम चला जाता है, एक पेपर हर एक मिल नहीं रहा है, फाइलिंग ठीक से किया नहीं है. So proper filing, proper managing your papers, proper managing your dress. अरे कपड़ा, अरे टाइम हो रहा है, पार्टी का टाइम हो रहा है, कपड़ा मिल नहीं रहा है, कहाँ रखा, आज जूता कहाँ रखा. So everything is a proper time, then it will save your time. So organize yourself. Planning is very important. So for planning there are so many other items are available. Plan to-do list are also there. There are planning diaries are available. Planning diaries are available every day. What you should plan, it's given there. So if you have plan diaries, and if you have got this to-do list, every day night you prepare a to-do list. Kal subah kya karna hai, and start doing the activities which are most important, most urgent, then urgent, not important, then important, not important but urgent, and last not important, not urgent. Likewise you try to do the list, ये plan करना पड़ेगा, then you will be able to do much better. Then there is the thing, quit the nonsense. You find out what is nonsense for you, and you find that you enjoy, the small children enjoy video games, so they should quit the video games. Do you know in America, the third generation of TV viewers is going on. The psychologists, they discovered on an average a child sees for 5 hours TV there in America, and they found out that the children who are born to the parents who were looking at TV more, who were seeing TV more, viewing TV more, and their grandfathers also were seeing TV more. These children who are born to such parents and grandparents, by very birth they analyzed, they have got a very, very strong optical nerve, so they will be able to see TV much better. And the optical nerve is missing, it is not there. Analytical nerve is not there, because in TV you don't have to analyze anything. It automatically comes 3 dimensions. So analytical nerve is missing. And then they discovered, my God, this TV will make analytical mind go, and you will not have any brains. So they have given the name idiot box. And they are throwing the idiot box now, and we are taking those, importing those idiot box and putting in our drawing room and spoiling our children. So I am not saying there are maybe good programs in TV, this and that, but whatever you find out which are the programs which are not important to be seen, or which destroys our mind, which destroys our children, which makes our children violent, don't try to have those types of TVs, and that also spoils your time and also spoils the mind and also spoils so many other things. So that is why you try to quit those nonsense. Then routine, most important. You must have a routine. Plan, you must have a fixed routine. इतने बजे उठना, इतने बजे सोना, इतने बजे बैठना, इतने बजे खाना. This is very important. Now this is precisely what most of the students, they are suffering from. They are not able to study properly, because what happens that they are following a very haphazard life. So many children come to me. भाई सवारे કેટલા વાગે ઉઠે છે? એ નક્કી નહીં. બધી 6 વાગે 7 વાગે, રવિવારે તો 9 વાગે. ભાઈ તારો સુવર્ણ ટાઈમ શું છે? કે નક્કી નહીં. કોઈ 10 વાગે, કોઈ 11 વાગે, સારું પીતો 12 વાગે ટીવીમાં. એ ભાઈ તારો ભણવાનો ટાઈમ શું છે? કે નક્કી નહીં. મૂડ આવે ત્યારે ભણી લઉં. ભાઈ તારો જમવાનો ટાઈમ શું છે? કે નક્કી નહીં. ભૂખ લાગે ત્યારે ખાઈ લઉં. ભાઈ તારો ટીવી જોવાનો ટાઈમ? નક્કી નહીં. રમવાનો ટાઈમ? નક્કી નહીં. પછી એ લોકોને પૂછે, સ્વામીજી આ મનની એકાગ્રતા ક્યારે આવશે? કે નક્કી નહીં. તમારો જવાબ તમને પાછું, तुम्हारा कुछ निश्चित नहीं है तो एकाग्रता भी निश्चित नहीं. So then I tell them, if you want concentration, you must have regularity of life. And I tell them, more regular the life, the more will be the concentration, the more will be the control of mind. If you really want to control the mind, if you really want to get most out of your mind, you must have control over your mind. And control of mind will directly be proportional to regularity of your life. Now, once you make a timetable, some people say it becomes monotonous, it becomes mechanical. Okay, you have a variety. On holidays, you can have another type of timetable. And sometimes you change your timetable, but you must follow timetable. Prepare a timetable, even if you are not able to follow 100%, but have a timetable. What happens when you are regular activity? The settling down time is those who are cricket batsmen. They know. First of all, they want to, when they start playing, there is some settling down time. Before settling, if they start to play the shots, they will be caught in the boundary line. So there is something called settling down time. First of all, they have to watch the ball is moving off spin or leg spin, what is the type of pitch, how much turn is it taking, and then play your shot. Otherwise, you will be caught in the boundary line. So there is some settling down time. But so every day when you are changing your time, it takes time for you to settle down in your study, in your other activities. But when there is a routine, so your mind is very well predetermined. Yes, 5 o'clock I have to get up. Yes, 5:30 I have to do meditation. Yes, 6 o'clock I have to do exercise. Yes, 7 o'clock breakfast. We have got, for example, in ashrama, there is bell. Morning there will be shanka, 5 o'clock, go to arati. 7 o'clock, bell, breakfast. 12 o'clock, bell, lunch. Likewise, everything is determined by the bell. So our mind is preconditioned. Exactly at 12 o'clock, there will be hunger. There will be hunger inside. But I have to tell my mind, no, it is not ashram. Abhi AMM lecture chal raha hai, chup. But this thing comes. Your mind is prepared for this type of activity. So routine is very, very important. If you have a fixed routine, then you will be able to have better control over mind and you will be able to save your time. Next is save time minute by minute. You know, when there is a cricket match going on, pitch is very bad, it's turning pitch, and the bowling is very, very tight, and the ball is turning, and you are not able to play your shots, because if you play your shots, you will be caught at the boundary line. What is the solution? Single. ऐसा किया दौड़ के चले गए, ऐसा किया दौड़ के चले गए. So you try to steal the singles. So when we are not able to manage time, when we tight schedule, we have very tight schedule, we are not able to fetch half an hour from any activity, fetch 1 minute. 1 minute from here, 1 minute from there, 1 minute from there, total you got 10 minutes more. Only 1 minute. So when the students say, what to do, mera time itna schedule, very, very tight schedule, very tight schedule. Acha, how many hours you are sleeping? 6 hours. 6 hours you are sleeping. If you sleep 1 minute less, will you fall sick? Then reduce 1 minute. Alarm रख दिया 5 बजे के बदले 4:49 को, 4:59 को, 1 minute. So right from morning you are 1 minute ahead. 1 minute पहले से ही आगे बढ़ गया तुम्हारा schedule. एवरीवेयर यू आर विनिंग 1 मिनट. फिर स्टडी में, फिर कोई हमारा बाथिंग में 15 मिनट 14 मिनट कर दो. Likewise, you try to still single, one minute in every activity, and you find you are getting 15-20 minutes per day. So this is what you have to do. Tipe tipe sarovar bharai. In Gujarati there is a proverb. Tipe tipe sarovar bharai. So when you are not able to save time by drastic methods, at least you save minute by minute. And likewise you will be able to reserve time. So save time minute by minute. Tame your mind. Tame is a monkey. You know, the mind is like a monkey. Swami Vivekananda gives the example. Do you know? There was a monkey. You know, monkeys are very restless, always jumping. So there was a monkey which was always jumping. And what happened? Suddenly, some scorpion stung. So it started jumping more. Then somebody gave a liquor. So after taking liquor, he was more jumping. It was more jumping. And then, at the end, a ghost entered into the body. Then you find how much the monkey is jumping. Similarly, Swamiji says, our mind is very nature, very restless, and day and night we are drinking the liquor. What is that? Wine.